Hey y'all, and welcome to Cooking with Lala. So today we are going to be making a lasagna. So we have our parsley, our Italian sausage, our ground beef, our lasagna noodles, our tomato paste, Italian seasoning, onion, 36 ounces of pasta sauce, garlic, Parmesan and mozzarella cheese, ricotta cheese, and you can't forget the main ingredient, your drink. This drink actually was recommended to me by a friend, and it's Stella Rosa Black. It's my first time trying it, so cheers to you, Tracy. Ooh. 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 That's good. That's good. I recommend too. That's really good. As always, I will leave the link to the recipe down below in the description if you guys want to make it with me or after you watch this video. So, with that being said, let's get into it. And if you guys do make the video, don't forget to @ me at Lala_cosplay and hashtag me cooking with Lala. I want to see what you guys come up with, if you guys tweak it a little bit or if you guys just change it a little bit. I want to know. Or leave the stories in the comments down below. Can't wait to hear from you guys. Alright, so first things first, let's heat up our oven to 350 degrees. And with our oven heating up to 350 degrees, we are going to start boiling our noodles to al dente, which is about 10 minutes to where they're not too soggy, they're not too hard, they're just perfect. And before I boil the noodles, is what I like to do is pour a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in the water there. And just a tad bit of salt. So when the noodles are sitting, they don't mix together. So there we go. Our next step is to brown our beef, our Italian sausage, and our onions together, and our garlic over a medium-high heat until no pink remains. And then if there is any fat left over, we will drain it. So let's go cook some meat. All right, so before we brown any of our meat, or mix it together. I like to mix it together because you're literally putting it in the same pot. Mix together, get all the skin and stuff off of your sausage, cut it up, put it in there, ground it up, and bam, there you are. But before we do any of that, we are going to cut this onion. Now the water's starting to boil, so we're going to insert our noodles, and then we are going to cut up our meat and our sausages and add them with our big bowl of onions. Now it's time to break up the ground beef, put it in our bowl of onions, and then we can cut our sausages. All right, breaking it up and mixing it with the onions because we are going to be cooking it all together. If I'm cooking it all together, I like to mix it together because then the flavors and everything that is associated with said cooking of said part, you don't have to scramble with anything and cook it all together. Don't have to scramble, and it's just all there. All right. So we got our meat and onions. So now we are going to take apart our sausages, our Italian sausages. This brand is Carando Classic Italian, mild Toscano recipe. That sounds lovely. So if I haven't told you in my last cooking video, I don't like the texture of meat on my hands. So I wear gloves. Any type of meat, chicken, beef, pork. All right, noodles are boiling. We're getting our meat together. All right. And this is a pound, right? Yeah, so this is a pound. So we're gonna use, if I remember correctly, I only used 4 sausages last time, and that's what equaled the pound. So that's what we're gonna do this time. So I like to take the skin off because I don't like sausage skin. I really don't. So we're gonna just peel it off and put it into our bowl. I'm not gonna cut it. I'm just gonna mash it. It's gonna be mashed anyway. Sausage numero 1. Can I just do this? I've always done this with my sausages. Oh, that seems easy enough, right? So we're just gonna squeeze it out of its little shell. It's hard to grip when your hands are full of, there we go, meat. All right, our noodles are almost done. We're just gonna mass up this sausage, add it to our meat and onion mixture, and then we are gonna add our garlic and mix it all up and start cooking it. It's like a big ball of meatloaf with onions attached to it. That's all incorporated together. We are now going to get our garlic. 2 cloves garlic, so approximately a half a teaspoon. So a half a teaspoon is approximately 1 clove of garlic. And we need 2. All right, so 1 and 2. All right, time to mix in the garlic, and then I'll see you when I cook it all. Okay, now that our noodles are done boiling, we are going to rinse them under cold water and let our meat still cook. Okay, now that the meat is all nice and brown, the onions are soft, and the aroma of the garlic is nice, and it just smells yummy. Okay, it just smells yummy. So with that, we are now going to put in our pasta sauce, our tomato paste, our Italian seasoning, and then we're gonna let that simmer for 5 minutes. And do you know what time it is? In between all this cooking, it's wine time. It's wine time. Let's drink a little wine. It's wine time. It's wine time. Just take a little sip. Oh, that's delicious. Oh, that's delicious. Thanks for enjoying wine time with me. All right, now that our tomato paste mixture over there is nice and combined, and now it's about to start simmering itself for 5 little old minutes, we are going to combine our mozzarella cheese, our ricotta cheese, and Parmesan cheese, our parsley, and our egg together to make the cheese mixture. So it calls for 2 cups of ricotta cheese, a 1/4 cup of parsley, and 1 egg. All right, we're gonna put in 2 cups of ricotta cheese. All right. That is about 1.5 cups of mozzarella. 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. I got cheese all up and down my shirt. All right, there we go. I like extra cheese. Freezer dried parsley, it's just the same. It's just freeze dried, and it will hydrate itself when it's cooking. So, just need about 1/4 cup of parsley. There you go. Our bowl. Our egg. Oh, there's 2 yolks in that. That is so cool. Look at that. Can you see it? Probably not. Probably not. I'm trying. But there's 2 yolks in it. Hold on. Look at that. 2 yolks. Now we beat. Without splattering it everywhere. All right. we put it in here. And use the same whisk to combine all of the cheeses without making a mess. Now that this is combined, and our meat mixture over there is nice and cooked, we need a 9 by 13 pan. Here's mine, nice and blue. My Maja gave it to me. So we have our pan, our noodles that have been draining, and our meat mixture. See if everything fits. Yeah, just don't burn yourself. All right, so for the layers, I have to come here. Obviously, with everything, if you're making like a casserole or whatever, it's always at least 1 cup of sauce at the bottom of the pan, so it doesn't burn your noodles. You don't want to burn your noodles. So we got that all nice and spread out. I'm just using a basting brush to spread it out nice and even with the sauce at the bottom. Okay. All right. We're gonna add our noodles. We're gonna add 3 to the bottom. We layer it with 1/3 of a cup of our cheese mixture. And with the same basting brush, we are going to spread it out, not on your floor. We're going to spread it out nice and even. Because you don't want it all clumped in one spot, then you know you're just going to have ricotta cheese in one spot and then it doesn't taste good. And don't worry if it doesn't go around, it will. You just have to like loosen it up when you plop it. Oh, that looks so tasty. I'll show you guys in a minute. All right. And then I believe it's another cup of a mixture. Yes, it is. It is. All right. And then you repeat the process. All right, on to the final layer of the lasagna. So we're gonna add the 1/3 cup of cheese. It's like painting a masterpiece of food. All right, and then after spreading the cheese, we're gonna add our last cup of meat. I like to put extra on the top because it's the top. Gotta have all that meat, right? It's good in front of y'all. So with it all nice and ready to go into the oven, we're gonna add our cheese of mozzarella and Parmesan. We're gonna cover the top in cheese because it's oh so yummy. Spread it around. All right. And add some Parmesan on top too. This looks good. With my countertop fully covered in cheese, we are going to plop this into the oven for, I would say, 45 minutes to 50 minutes, so about an hour. I'm going to cook it without foil and then take it out and let it sit for 15 minutes so all the juices and the cheeses can settle and you don't have a big glob of lasagna on your plate. Alright, hi guys. So I have to refilm that because I realized that my microphone wasn't on. But with me saying all of that, my lasagna is done after the hour that it has been cooking. Looks delicious, cheesy, yummy, yummy, yummy. And I'm going to set it on top of my stove.